Welcome to the Inherent Identity Podcast, a place where you can learn the secrets to living as the best version of you. It's not about changing, it's not about becoming, it's about remembering. It's about recovering what you've always had within you, but you just keep getting distracted and you just keep forgetting. Join me, your host, Tyson Bradley, as we discover the practical steps for easily and effortlessly creating a lifestyle that lasts. All right, friends. So I am on a covert mission. So I was taking my daughter to school, both my daughters. And as I was pulling out from my second daughter, my youngest one, to preschool, I thought to myself, I need to go get an oil change. And the thought came of doing it now. And I'm just like, but this is my podcast time. And then the thought came, you can do a podcast while you're, out and about. So here I am in Walmart and I'm in the paint aisle and recording this for you. And what I want to talk about and what I want to just share with you is a concept. It's the difference between experiential knowing and informational knowing. So the importance between these two things, it actually, I learned about it. I can't remember where I learned about it. But I will tell you that my wife and I, we watched a show this past weekend called Finch. It's Tom Hanks is in it. I think it's on Apple TV or something like that. Got a free trial or whatnot, and we're looking at shows and decided to watch that one. Now, in this show, Tom Hanks plays this kind of scientist, mechanical engineer who is pretty much all alone in a world where a solar flare from the sun has made everything very hot and radiation poisoning and just most people are dead. And he builds this robot and kind of downloads all this information to this robot. It knows a lot. And the reason why he built the robot, though, was to protect him and to protect his dog. And they have to leave because there's a big storm coming. They have to go out west. And along the journey, there is a moment. There's a moment where Finch, the main guy, is talking to the robot named Jeff. And he says to him, now you can tell me how many rivets there are in the Golden Gate Bridge, because that's where they were headed. They were heading to San Francisco. You can tell me how many rivets there are. You might even be able to tell me the strength of the cables. But until you actually go there and you experience it, you hear the wind whistling in the cables, you don't actually know what it's like. You haven't experienced it. And it's this very same kind of experiential knowing that we are we're experiencing within the Inherent Identity family. And I want to let you know that we're raising the level of what it looks like to have a relationship with God and with Jesus Christ. And I want to just let you know that I have had a life filled with informational knowing. And there is there's no lack of informational knowledge out there. You know this, I know this, you're listening to more information. And to be honest, it is a little difficult for me to be able to provide you an experiential knowing through this podcast. It's very difficult unless you are willing to maybe go through a meditation where we, I might do a podcast where we have a meditation, we sit and we ponder, and you're just listening to a recording. And that's all well and good. But there is a very powerful aspect of being live, being present with someone, having a place to pause, to meditate, to pray, to listen, to receive, and then to connect with other people, to connect with a community of people that are all seeking the same thing. So as much as this informational knowledge is nice for me to share with you right now, here you are listening, it is incomplete. And it cannot provide for you the transformations that you are seeking. And so I know that I have invited you many times in the past, but I just want to invite you maybe more emphatically to come to the Inherent Identity family and have some experiential knowing experiences. To actually come and to see what it is like to actually come and receive at a deeper level than you ever thought possible. Because I can tell you that even in some recent experiences, like, yesterday, Sunday morning, it was super powerful. And just the feedback from those that are in these calls is just amazing. It is beyond what you could, it's like, I can't describe it to you. All I know is that they're changing, and that through experiencing God and Jesus in a new way, they are having transformational experiences. Like, they are changing in their life in very beautiful and profound ways. And so if you know that you want to have these kinds of experiences, if you know that this is important for you to develop this kind of relationship that transforms you, that enables you to move forward in your life in the things that you want to accomplish, because I know that for many of you, to be able to pursue your passions, to be able to pursue that which you feel called to do, or to be able to pursue that which is on your heart to do, any kind of given change, whether it is a habit, or whether it is something that you've always wanted to try, or maybe it's that, vacation destination you've always wanted to go to, but it's just always been on the back burner and your heart has always yearned for it, but you still have not taken action. Any of these things. If you have these things, if you have these heart yearnings and pullings and drawings that you have not answered, the best way that I know is by joining this Inherent Identity family, so that you can actually start to listen and to follow those things. It's not just about being able to receive it and be able to hear it, but it's also being able to unblock yourself from the very real brain-bound limitations that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you in confusion, that are keeping you from taking action, that are keeping you from showing up in the world, from, whether it's a business that you're speaking out about your business and making offers to people, or whether it is about you, making that change of your diet or your health or your relationships, having those hard conversations. All of these are things. They're all things that the brain is very concerned about, that it thinks will lead to your death in some way, shape, or form, and that can be relieved, or that can be dissolved by experiencing God, being with Him. And I will tell you, I was just at church yesterday. We do not have experiential knowing type experiences at church. I'm sorry, it's rare. I'm not saying that it won't ever happen. That doesn't ever happen, because there's plenty of people that come to church that's like, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing thing I've ever had. It was so awesome. But I want you to think about what happens at church. We get information, more information. We don't, and rarely do we have the kind of conversations where we're, talking about what's real and talking from our hearts. That doesn't happen very often. And if you have it, then you are lucky. And you need to keep that. Keep it going. Find a way to, share it with others and help other people to have those kind of experiential type of knowing experiences. And so you're not going to find it at church, or it's very rare to find it at church. And so I want to encourage you, if you don't choose to be in a community of people that are changing, then go find one. It may not be mine. It may not be the Inherent Identity family. This may not resonate with you, but if you know that there is something missing and you want to experience it, then go find something. Go find a place where you can communicate who you really are. Go find a place where you can connect with God and be open and free about your beliefs. Go find a place where you can connect with like-minded people that also want to do the same thing. So, but if you don't know of a place like that and you want to try this out, then come join an Inherent Identity family for free for 2 weeks. Just try it out. You have nothing to lose. If you've been on the fence, if you haven't joined yet, I know that there's plenty of you listening and you haven't joined yet. And so I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out to say, come try it out. You need this experiential knowing. And when you have this experiential knowing, it's like you can actually just start to progress faster than you ever have in the past, because you're actually understanding a little bit about more of who you really are. So besides any of that, I'm going to be digging deeper into this, and I am reading some books. I've joined a couple of programs, and I can tell you already that things are changing. And I'm also in the midst of revamping my entire, the whole program. It's like I just launched, and it's only a month in, and I'm already revamping things and making it better and helping, creating the step-by-step process for you to get to a place where change comes so easy, so naturally, where you can actually hear and listen to that godliness that is within you, and where you can actually honor those promptings and those random promptings that may show up where it says, hey, go get an oil change and record your podcast in the middle of the paint aisle. I don't know. I don't know if that's the life that you want. I don't know if you want to follow, impressions. I don't know if you want to, if you have the same kind of goals of, proving that if you listen to God long enough and follow and honor those things long enough, that your life will be 10 times greater than you could make it on your own. I'm guessing that that's something that you want. I'm guessing that what you want is to finally have the courage to pursue that which has been in your heart for years and years, and sometimes 10s, 20s, 30s of years, like lots of years, and that you haven't yet acted on. But if that's you, and you want to start taking some action, you want to start fulfilling that which you've been called to do, or want to even know what you've been called to do. Maybe you're just lost. I know I was for the longest time. And if that's you at all, then my invitation is, hey, come try it out. Come get this experiential knowing. Come experience it so that I can help you for free. All right? I guess I've hammered on it long enough. I love you. Truly. As I stand here with my grocery cart in front of me, and I'm looking at Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra Cover Primer and paint of every color that you can imagine. I care about you, and I want you to succeed. So come join. Go to inherentidentityfamily.com, and there you can find out what it's like to experience God and Christ in a new way. And to receive in a new way, and to receive power in a new way. So there you have it, my friends. More to come. Exciting things to come. Join now because we're going places. Hey, do you want to create your best life? Do you want to live into it? If that's you, I want you to come and check out inherentidentity.com. This is the place where you get to learn the easy and effortless way to living into your dreams. So once again, come check out inherentidentity.com. We'll see you there.